Hi coaches, my name is Sigourney Weathers. I co-own All In Gym Training Co. And on today's Inclusive Bite, we are going to talk about regulation, what it actually means, why it matters so much in inclusive and adaptive gymnastics, and some very simple ways you can build regulation right into your classes. By the end of this video, you'll have strategies you can use tomorrow. So let's start with the science, and then we'll break it down into very coach-friendly language. So, what is regulation? Regulation is the process of bringing our nervous system back into balance after stress or excitement. Our brain has two main zones that matter here. We've got the upstairs brain, that's the cortex, where learning, communication, and problem solving live. And then we've got the downstairs brain, that's the midbrain and the brainstem where survival lies. When an athlete gets stressed, overwhelmed, or overstimulated, the downstairs brain takes over. That's where fight, flight, freeze, or fawn reactions come from. So instead of listening or learning, you might see yelling, running away, shutting down, or even hitting. Until they regulate, they can't get back into that upstairs brain where learning happens. Okay, that's like the very technical side, but let's put this into our everyday gymnastics coach language. Regulation is basically, what do you do when you're stressed? As adults, maybe we take a deep breath. Maybe we count to 10. Maybe we call a friend, go for a walk, or grab a stress ball. Those are all regulation strategies. If we don't regulate, we react. And for us, that might look like yelling, slamming a door, or snapping at someone. For kids, especially neurodivergent athletes, those reactions can show up quicker and louder. That's why regulation strategies in class aren't just nice to have, they're almost essential. So let's connect this back to gymnastics classes. In inclusive and adaptive classes, regulation is the foundation. Without it, kids cannot access their upstairs brain, which means they cannot learn. We go a lot deeper into how to identify dysregulation in our inclusive coaches course, but here's what you need to know today. Every single athlete gets dysregulated at some point. All behavior is communication. And if you build regulation strategies into your classes, you will help athletes stay safe, build trust, and actually progress faster. So, what does that look like in a gymnastics class, right? That's what you want to know. When you intentionally add regulation, you're going to notice some big shifts. Kids can focus longer. You see fewer meltdowns or shutdowns. The gym feels calmer and safer. Athletes trust you more. And progress starts coming more consistently for all athletes. So I'm going to make this super practical. Here are 10 regulation strategies you can use in class tomorrow. And my tip is to build them into transitions. That means between stations, at the start of a new event, or every time you walk through a doorway. So here they are. Number 1, take 3 deep belly breaths. You can even talk about the diaphragm, rising and lowering. Cross your arms and legs into a hookup, and then continue those deep breaths. You can push against the wall or push against someone else with both of your hands. You can squeeze a pillow or a softball. You can do a butterfly hug. That is crossing your arms, tap each shoulder one at a time while taking nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can stomp your feet like a giant. Stomp, stomp, stomp. You can have your kids blow bubbles or pretend to blow out candles. You can do slow animal walks like bear or crab walks. You can teach your athletes to give themselves a tight squeeze hug. So cross those arms, squeeze your body so tight. You can have them jump 3 times and freeze like a statue. Each of these takes less than 30 seconds, and they make a huge difference. So here's the bottom line. Regulation isn't about managing behavior. It's about supporting the nervous system. When kids are regulated, they can stay in their upstairs brain, which means they are ready to learn and ready to connect with you. When you start your inclusive or adaptive classes with regulation in mind, everything else, connection, communication, skill progressions, all of that falls into place. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd like to end by saying this can feel like a lot. So let's go ahead and do some tapping to help regulate your nervous system and say an affirmation together. Go ahead and tap your face. Whatever tempo feels good for you and wherever on the face feels good for you. You might also come down to your collarbone and sternum and tap there. And while you're tapping, go ahead and say with me, I am safe, I am calm, I can do hard things. Carry that with you into your classes this week. You got this, and I'll see you in the next Inclusive Bite.